I think we have gold. I think we have gold. Welcome, my name is Chris. This is Prospecting for Adventure. I just arrived in Arizona and I'm looking for my very first Arizona gold. This is a really special and exciting trip. I'm out here with Mike Pung, the inventor of Gold Cube, and Cash Best, the manufacturer of the golden sand equipment. And yeah, they ordered some equipment, should be here any time. We're gonna push some dirt around and then we're gonna detect it. I have the Garrett Axiom, and I believe Cash and Mike are using the MineLab GPX 6000, and the gold monster will be in and out. So I fly out in 3 days. We'll see how much gold I can find. I'll show you the gold that Mike and Cash find and anyone else that came along with us. Mike already found a nice specimen. They both have half a dozen or more pickers. So tag along and see what we find. So this video isn't just about the awesome adventure of finding gold out here. I asked Mike and Cash to give me a couple tips along the way. No matter if you're a pro at metal detecting out in Arizona or anywhere else, or a beginner, you're going to want to check these tips out. You might just learn something. Right now he's using the gold monster to pinpoint his target.
It's showing Ferris.
Ferris?
So it might be a hot rock.
That's
You've blown my head off.
So it looks like Mike's using the GP 7000 and just having us stand near the coil head there was driving him mad. He's got the headphones in his ears.
Little shiver of the blade.
Oh yeah. Little iron fragment off the blade. Can't all be winners. Mike found a small one. Nice little chunky. Find some more.
All right, yeah, the cut's been made. Now he's got to bleed this place.
Yeah. David's over there. He found one in a spot that we hadn't just pushed. Mike's two sisters. Well, just got a target here. Looks like he found a, oh, it's a little specimen. And it's just, is that, maybe not.
Could be caliche.
Is that quartz or dirt on there?
I think it's caliche maybe.
That's cool, good job.
Awesome.
Got a target? Hot rock. Alright, I just found my first target in a new cut. I haven't really been filming much because I haven't been getting very good targets. I think this is it right here. Alright, yeah, that's gold. I'm on the board. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Better be a good one. Mike says so.
Yeah.
I
think they call this hard pack.
Didn't you hire the dozer to do that?
Yeah.
So one of Mike's tips that I got off camera If you're in an area that you know there's gold, you've already found pieces here and there, you can turn up your machine all the way, the sensitivity and everything.
I think it's a good one.
And go really slow. So that way when you have hot rocks and stuff and interference, when you're going really slow, those impact you a lot less. And then you can hear those faint signals of the deeper gold. Give that a try before you give up on the spot. Yeah. Looks like gold to me.
Piece of gold.
Nice.
That was going to be a good one.
Good one. That was buried down there.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be bigger than that.
Yeah. Well, the first day went by pretty fast. I was having a pretty difficult time finding decent targets to dig. So here at the beginning of day 2, Cash really gave me a lot of good tips on how to locate small pieces of gold in areas that have been heavily detected in the past. So you're really focusing on those subtle signals, and then you have to be really persistent trying to retrieve them from the ground. Check out the following tips and you'll find the hard to find gold.
You hear how subtle it is?
Mm-hmm.
You were asking about how subtle are the signals. That feels like a piece of gold to me.
Yeah, well, with the Axiom, I would have, if I heard that, I would be digging it for sure. But
Right.
it was hard yesterday to even get that much of a signal.
It doesn't feel like I moved it.
Yeah.
So the next thing I
So-
would do is a bigger push, a bigger dirt. And then, if it's still there,
Yeah, getting stronger.
so this is the setting. If you have a gold monster,
Yes.
this setting here is one above the discriminating setting, and you'll get all kinds of signals. But if you add one more to where it's in the first discriminating
Yeah,
setting,
that's auto, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, and you're running deep.
and there's nothing hitting me hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe my target's right about here in this gig. So my next thing is to go down to a knee and actually scrape. And with this scrape, I mean, I see people swing their pick when they're digging.
Mm-hmm.
No need to swing your pick. You can just do like,
Rip it and then just take the surface, basically.
no reason to just, pick the crap out.
Right. Well, you run the risk of flinging the piece of gold out when you're swinging too.
Plus, using back and pick muscles that you should save for when you actually have to dig. No, it's over here. You definitely can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Still a very subtle signal. But I hope that's answering your question of how subtle of a signal do we go for. This one is actually starting to encourage me because the more topsoil you get off and you still got your target in the same spot,
Mm-hmm.
the less likely it is garbage.
Right.
And I don't believe that this place, I'm sure it's been worked because it's at least been sampled.
Yeah. Yeah, we have
I'm not digging
test
what I
digs
feel-
all over here.
I'm not digging what I feel is reconstituted dirt. I think this is topsoil on top of the harder caliche. Our signal got out of the hole.
You think that's not an additional signal?
No, it's gone.
Yeah. Not even a slightest little waver there in the threshold.
So I moved the signal. Good news.
Yeah, I like that.
Look at the.
Oh, let me get a reading off the gold monster here. Oh, going back and forth. Oh, primarily non-ferrous.
Yeah.
Now the fun part. Fingers crossed.
When you're doing this, shake it and actually take half.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even nickel and dime this, because you don't want to spend all day looking for that target. Once you get it in your scoop, oh, it's a piece of metal.
Oh, bummer.
I think I saw it in there.
A blade shaving.
Piece of lead.
Oh.
But
yep.
That's exactly what a piece of nugget's going to look like and feel like and act like.
Well, lead is the perfect example how to dig gold, though.
Yep. When you figure this kind of lead out of that deep of a spot, you're digging exactly the right target.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the right target.
Can you explain a little bit, real quick, what you were telling me in the camper about the target, one target masking another, basically, and filling in your hole and rescanning?
So that I've learned from playing long enough that there's a couple of key items. One is that gold will hide sometimes and be masked by a big target. So if you pull a pop can out of there or something like that, look at your hole and there will sometimes be another target there that's actually non-ferrous. The other thing is, when I scan my hole after I'm done, I'm looking not only for the target that I got to make sure it's not here anymore, but I'm also looking to see what other targets might I have unearthed. Then I do the same thing. I fill up the holes, and then after I fill up the hole, I do the same thing, because watch where my foot is. I'm pulling 5 inches of soil off of there. Every time I scoop, I'm pulling 4 or 5 inches of soil. Now the heavy stuff is going to drop and the light stuff is going to swish. So what that means is that where I just got done doing my 5 inches of soil, scan it too. Because you want to get all the benefit of the dirt you've moved.
I have one right here. Here you go. It's covered in black sand, but...
So what I do with the magnet is I run it underneath. See that piece in there?
Yep. Well, let me get a little closer.
See that piece running back and forth?
Yep.
That tells me it's an iron target. So that, as you can see, even though it doesn't make sense to look at the hole after you've already dug the hole, we got another target there, and that very much could be gold. In fact, I feel better about that target than I did about the first one we found. And the reason that I dig again is because I think that the only gold that's out here is the gold that didn't hide well enough for the other 500 guys that have gone over this territory with their detectors. And we're going to be the guy who gets it if it's there, hopefully.
All right, so this is digging the difficult targets, the stuff that everyone else missed, basically.
Yeah, but they moved along because they didn't take the time to actually double check the hole and actually take the benefit. Every time you take a layer of dirt off, you're going to get the benefit from detecting a lower section. Even if you took your target out, you still got the benefit to gain from all that dirt you moved. And so go ahead and take that, because that's it. You'll waste more time looking for another target than you would identifying a second target in the same hole. So I thought it was a piece of wire. I usually have a magnet. Today, no.
Oh,
magnet.
yeah, you left it back at camp.
So you see that? Little piece of goldy gold.
Yeah, nice little coarse piece. That was about 10 minutes after Cash was helping me with my detector. All right, I'm back to my spot. Cash is over there. The dozer's down in a cut down there. We have old tailings on top of maybe virgin ground. So he's scooping that down, might cut into some other ground. But for now, I'm just working this road. Wish me luck. All right, we're down here in cut number 2. This is where the old tailings were. There was basically a slot going right down the middle. The dozer just overturned everything, smoothed it out. See if any of us find anything. All right, as you can see, I'm down in the red caliche. Not sure how good the color is going to come across in the video. Cross your fingers. I said cross your fingers. I think we have gold. I think we have gold. There it is, fresh out of the ground. Woohoo! Got gold. Got gold. Yeah, nice little chunker there. Pretty round. Nice. Well, it's just like that. That cut was over. I believe I was the only one to find anything in it. And it's probably like a 0.3 to 0.4 gram little round nugget. So I'm back to just surface collecting. Hopefully we can find something else today. It's been really slow for me. Some others have been finding much better gold. But yeah, for the most part, they're all more experienced detecting this area than I am. So let's see what we can find. Oh, you're in a old pile there, it looks like. So Cash just found one. That's a pretty coarse little thing. All right, well, this is the last day, and as you can see, Cash is kicking my butt again this morning. But he's got years of experience on me, so that's all right. But at least I know there's gold over here in this spot. I'm gonna get to it. I've been finding BBs so far this morning, which I feel like is an improvement in my skill because I wasn't finding them that well the first 2 days. So we'll see how it goes.
Nope, look at there.
Well, can't all be gold.
Nope. I just dropped it.
Oh, great. So here's some of the larger hot rocks that we found over the last couple days. And of course, all the not gold targets. Every single one of those pieces is a hole we dug. And this isn't even all the trash. This is just part of it. All right, I finally did it. I got one that wasn't in a cut. That's a nice sized chunk. Look how dirty it is. I thought it was lead when I pulled it out because of how dirty it is. Look at that, you can barely even tell it's gold. Oh, but it is. Yeah, buddy. Hopefully I can find one more. That'd be sweet, but this is a nice piece. I am happy with that. Look at that character on that. We'll see how it cleans up later. I'm happy now. Oh. Wire.
Yippee.
Yeah. Way to be dramatic.
Yeah.
I guess they can't all be gold. That was my first good target after that last nugget, so got me excited. All right, we're getting towards the end of the day on our last day. This is the second cut that we did. Cash is down there. He said he got a small one on top of there. I got a 1/2 grammer right there. Jason got one, I think, down there. And the dozer's back to do some ripping because the red stuff in the bottom here seems to be where the gold's holding. So we have one more push before we're done. Hopefully I find my 4th piece or more. Right now I'm sitting at about 2 grams. We'll see how it goes. So something I didn't know at the time is that, at least in Arizona, when you cut the ground like this, it's actually beneficial to wait 24 hours or so to go and metal detect it. But we think that it releases some kind of electrical discharge or something that interferes with the metal detectors. So anyhow, the day after I left, they actually detected this cut before they filled it back in and found, I think, 6 or so little nuggets. So there's definitely something to be said about letting the ground rest. So I feel like I need to add that, yes, there will be reclamation done before the dozer takes off. It's all going to be smoothed back out, and none of the big vegetation ever gets moved out here. So yeah, there's a lot of dirt that's moved, but they return it back to how it was before, the way it should be done. This was my first trip to Arizona, and man, I underestimated it. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to show up here with my nice metal detector and just find a bunch of gold. That's not how it worked out. But I had a lot of fun. I found some nice pieces of gold, my first Arizona gold, which is a milestone for me. So I'm happy with that. I'm also excited that I got to hang out with Mike and Cash. I learned a lot from them on this trip. I'm going to use those skills on future trips. And I hope some of the information that I shared helps you guys too. There's a pretty steep learning curve out here. You know, you can miss the gold so easily, especially when it's in float material or just below the surface on hard pack. It's really hard to find unless you know what you're doing. Between the top machines that we use out here, it's really about your skill and how well you know the machine more than the machine itself. So if you're interested in coming out here and doing that, make sure you come out here with good expectations and just have fun, because it's beautiful country out here. It does get a little hot during the middle of the day, but mornings and evenings are absolutely beautiful. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm definitely out here making more, so keep watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.